It's Tuesday evening here at the Tompkin Arena. The big matchup on this Tuesday night as the Duffield Devils face off against the home team, the Mississauga North Stars. Face-offs to the right of the Mississauga goaltender comes out. Sirianni at center ice, fires it back in deep, forces the North Stars. They bring it across a cross-crease pass, and then Sirianni just dumps it back in. Duffield makes a bit of a change. Now they try and come away with it. They chip it out and down the ice. That gets past Shen. Now Sirianni goes for it. Sirianni chips it up. McDonald, he throws it up center it. Now they try and get around a few. Shen has a bit of a bobble with it over to Sirianni. Sirianni now chips it up. And now they fire it back in, forcing Shen to go back once again. Shen throws it off the wall. Tanil Rodrigo gets it out. Now they try and set it up once again. McDonald back to Sirianni. Sirianni now, or McDonald throws it over to Tanil Rodrigo. Now they go back once again. Up the boards. And we got one too many men on the ice. So Duffield's gonna go shorthanded here with 8:31 remaining in the period. A too many men call allows the North Stars to get the first power play of the game. Luca and Starling on the draw. The North Stars win the draw. Now it comes back in. They fire it back. Palmer rifles one high and just over the net. A shot from the wall, unexpected, but Beta comes up with a big save. Now they come back. They try and set things up. They elude Lansfield, but then it comes back to Harris-Peru. Harris-Peru throws it out. Now they try and break in. Another high shot, and that just misses the net. Westover grabs it, and he fires it the length of the ice. 45 seconds gone in this power play. Now the North Stars try and come up the right wing wall. Cut back into the middle of the ice. And now we got a couple of guys caught in deep, so they just got to wait. Reverse course. Now they look to set it up once again. Coming up the middle. Sells almost causes a turnover there. Catches, shaves from behind. And now we have an offside. A couple of changes upcoming here. 49 seconds remaining in the power play. North Stars chip it up. Shen grabs it, and he fires it the length of the ice. Down and around it goes. The North Stars look to come up the boards. Foster with a quick stick holds it up, and then St. John grabs it, and he fires one with a backhander the length of the ice. Now they look to come up the left wing side, off the wall, into the centerman. He chips it around St. John. Shen now with one on him. Grabs the puck, gets it up to Foster, and now it gets out of the zone. A whistle once again, and that's going to be an offside. Face off, believed to be slightly intentional. They move it back. Now they take a look west over to Sirianni. Fired high and deep into the zone. Now it comes back around. Westover holds it in. Bounces around once again, and they just get it by. A high shot there, and Beta with a big save. They walk in once again, and another blocker save there by Beta. Now they come away with it. Tennille Rodrigo, he hits Cohen. Cohen, he drives wide, goes for the shot, comes back, finds McDonald. He fires one, and then Tennille Rodrigo, he gets an extra shot in there as the goaltender had it come back out, and then he wisely covers it up. 5:51 remaining in the period. Now they come back around the other side. The North Stars look to come up the ice. Sereni holds it off. Now Lansfield. Lansfield pushes it in. Now they send it back to Westover. His shot's blocked. It's laying in the slot there, dangerous. Now the North Stars come away with it. Sereni chips it up. The North Stars defenseman grabs it, throws it up the wall, and now Westover does the same. Now he comes back up the middle of the ice, tries to hit Lansfield. Just rolls off his stick, and the D grab it, and then Sereni just fires it deep into the zone. Forces the North Stars back. Ooster Heiss, he pushes it back in, and Lansfield is in the corner. Ooster Heiss and Lansfield play with it. That hits the skate of the defenseman, and now the North Stars are able to come away with it. Sells holds it in the zone briefly, and then they get it back out to Shen. Shen now tries to get it back across. Harris Peru that's tied up there. Now Sells. Sells looks to set things up. Couple of guys on him. He gets it over to Foster on the far side. Foster fires it around the boards. Sells goes back in for it. Now they look to set it up. A tip there, dangerously close to coming out the other side. Foster almost had the chance. Now he's got a couple of guys on him, and he ties them up, and Scoleri grabs it. Scoleri throws it in behind the net to Foster. Foster takes a look. Guy all over him. Tries to get away from him. Sells. He picks it up. Now they chip it back to Harris Peru. Harris Peru fires one back into the corner. Now they try and keep it in the zone once again. Scoleri grabs it. Scoleri fires a low shot. The goaltender kicks that one out, and it just gets out of the zone. Now they look to throw it back up. Referee says no icing there. Now they come back the other side. Cohen. Now they hit Tennille Rodrigo. Tennille Rodrigo gets turned around. North Stars win the draw. St. John blocks that one. Chavez in the corner. Now, McDonald gets hauled down. So now we're going to have a face-off deep in the North Stars zone. 2:50 remaining here as we get a tripping or hooking call. And they win it back. Now Westover into McDonald, back to Westover. A low shot. That gets pushed around. Now McDonald comes in behind the net, takes a look. Cuts back in. He fires a low one. That bounces around. And it just gets held in now. St. John to Westover. Westover tries to hold it in the zone, and it just comes out. Now St. John get off McDonald's skate. Now he loses one, and he comes away with it. Now McDonald tries to set things up, gets it back to Westover, over to St. John. He fires one, and a big glove save by the goaltender there. With 2:01 remaining and 1:11 on the power play. Face-off's going to be to the right of the goalkeeper. Luca leans in on the draw. The defenseman for the North Stars skates into it, and he fires it the length of the ice. Shen's going to go back to set up. Now Luca comes around just over skates it briefly. Now it comes up to Serrani. Serrani leaves it for Lansfield. Lansfield now skates into it. He gets back to Shen. Fires one, that goes off a skate. And now we got a break. The North Stars come away with it and fire it just wide. Shen, he gets it, throws it off the boards to Oosterhuis. Oosterhuis now has it roll off his stick and back out into the middle. Luca leaves it for Serrani. Serrani now takes a look. Gets back over to Shen. Now they come back the far side. Serrani gains the line. Leaves it for Sells. Sells back to Serrani. He fires one. And the goalkeeper makes a big glove save with 9 seconds remaining in the power play. 58.1 in the period. In the corner, we got a little bit of scrum going on, trying to kill the penalty off, and the North Stars player comes out. Sells has it in his feet. He's able to pick it up. Takes a look now, tries to fire it in, gets Foster. Foster now eludes a couple, gets it back to Sells. He dances around one or two and back into Foster. It bounces off the wall. Scoleri now in the corner. He's trying to puck battle, and Sells skates into it. They get it back to Harris Peru. Harris Peru fires a low shot. That one's tipped just wide of the net. Now, Foster comes back around the other side. They take a look. Sells chips it off the wall. Now it comes back around. Cohen, hard charging, briefly keeps it in the zone there. But the buzzer sounds, and that brings the first period to a close. Some quick end-to-end action here in the first period. Both goaltenders tested a handful of times. And they've managed to keep the puck out of the net. So we'll skate into the second period the same way we started the first. The first time Duffield's played at this refurbished arena this season. Looking good out front. Have a good night. Let's see what the second period has in store for us tonight. McDonald and Chavez getting reacquainted. Canillo Rodrigo tries to kick it up, just rolls out of his way. Now McDonald goes back, leaves it for Serrani. Cohen tries to chip it out. Now Serrani goes back for it. Serrani throws it back around to St. John. Back up now. They try and bring it up the middle of the ice. McDonald looks to gain the zone. That hits something and comes out. So now they got to start all over. They fire it off the boards. St. John and his man come together, Natoli, and he fires it back in deep. Oh, we got a turnover there, and they fire it just wide. Now it comes back out. Cohen Gets it up to Luca. Luca gains the zone. He fires one, and the goaltender covers off the bottom of the net. Now they come back around. Lansfield pressures the forward and causes a turnover. Now they come back the other side. Oosterhuis gets it in. Luca on the backhand with 13:40 remaining. Makes it 1-0. They created confusion and caused a turnover in the neutral zone. Had manned the puck up to Oosterhuis. He fed a speeding Luca, who was coming down the middle. Then he was able to outweight the goaltender and raise it above the pad on the backhand. Now we got the face-off, comes back. Biondic throws it in. Patrick tries to hit that one. Now Oosterhuis comes back in. He's surrounded by shooting North Stars. A hard shot by Lansfield off the shoulder of the goaltender into the netting and out of play. Sells and Chavez on the draw. The winger for the North Stars grabs it, throws it back to the defenseman. Sells then creates another turnover. He fires one, and that goes off a shin pad or something. And Pat just turns it back out. Shen, he has it roll off his stick. That creates a turnover, but Westover is able to get in front of that and not let them get a clean shot. Now Scoleri and Sells. Sells throws it up to Scoleri. Scoleri in the zone. He leaves it for Sells. Can't get around a couple of the guys. Now they come back the other way. The big forward for the North Stars fires a hard shot. And Beta with the glove hand snags it out of the air to keep it out of the net with 12:40 remaining in the first period. McDonald and Sparling on that draw. They lean in once again, and Sparling wins it again. And looks like the North Stars got another penalty for slashing. I'm going to have to go back to the video truck and review that one. I might have missed it. Anyhow, the face-off's going to come all the way down into the North Stars zone. 12:32 remaining. They go back on the power play. Gets back out. Serrani holds the line. Now they get it back out and fire at the length of the ice. They try the wraparound. That goes off the shin pad. Now they get it up the zone. McDonald gains the zone, leaves it for Cohen. Now they try and get it across the crease, unable to get it. Now it's Neil Rodriguez there. Shen, they get around them, and in the zone they go. And they get the rebound and score to make it 1-1, a short-handed goal. The North Stars tie this game with 11:57 remaining in the period. 1:25 remaining in the power play. Now the North Stars fire it back out. Shen knocks it down. Shen goes back in, leaves it for Luca. Luca now tries to elude a couple of guys, comes up the middle of the ice. Luca drops it back. Now they play catch. Another turnover at the blue line, and now they come back down the ice. And they get another short-handed goal. 2:30 remaining. 2 short-handed goals caused by turnovers. 58 seconds left in the power play. Now we got a break happening here. McDonald over to Scoleri, and a quick stick by the defenseman covers that off. Now they take a look. Westover, he fires a low one. They get that, comes back to Westover. Now they try a quick shot there. Foster, he skates into it. Foster now takes a look. He comes back. Foster leaves it for McDonald. He gets it back to Sells. Back to McDonald. McDonald gets it back to Foster. He fires a low shot. Tipped by Scoleri through the crease. Now they come around and Foster throws it back to Westover. Westover holds the line. And then McDonald fires one off the post. Now it comes back to Westover, and it just gets out of the zone. Westover now turns back. Now he sees a little bit of daylight. Gets in the zone. Back to Scoleri. Now comes back across. He fires a shot off a shin pad. Now they try and come back out of the zone. Westover holds it in. Now it comes back out to Sells. Sells to McDonald. McDonald back over to Westover. Westover gets to McDonald. He comes in the zone now. McDonald drives around a couple of guys, but he gets caught up there. Now they come back around. Beyond it grabs it. Now a turnover here. Scoleri, and he fires one just wide of the net. Scoleri into the corner. Takes a look, comes back to Serrani. Serrani now gets away from a couple of guys, and it comes back, and Tennille Rodrigo grabs it. Tennille Rodrigo throws it into the corner. Luca. And now Cohen. Cohen grabs it. In behind the net. Cohen takes a look. He tries a centering pass, and it gets popped out to Crocker. Crocker now races down. Shen tries to hold him to the outside, and Shen plays him wisely and rubs him out of the play. Now Serrani grabs it. Serrani fires it up in behind Luca, bounces to the other side as he tried to get it up to himself. Now they fire it back around. Holding them deep into the zone now. And Tennille Rodrigo just chips it out of the zone. Cohen charges hard after it. Now it comes back out. Now a bounce off a stanchion, and Chavez ices the puck. 8:38 remaining in the period. Face-off's going to be to the left of the goalkeeper. Sparling and Sells on the draw. Sells wins it back. Oosterhuis leaves it for Shen. Just out of the reach of Sells. Zadra goes back for it. He tries to get it around Oosterhuis and Sells. They hold it. Now they get it back to Shen. Shen, he fires a low shot off his shin pad. Oosterhuis back to Sells. Over to Shen. He fires another one, and the goaltender covers that one up. So we got 8:13 remaining in the period. 2-1 for the North Stars. North Stars quickly grab that one, but Sells and Oosterhuis converge on it, try and get it back, and then it bounces out to the middle of the ice. They get around one. Now we got a tripping call upcoming. to Duffield. Face-off's going to be deep in the Duffield zone. 7:57 remaining in the period. See if they can kill this one off. Westover. Puck battle. It bounces out off Serrani's skate. And Beta had to be sharp there to cover it up. They win it back. Westover fires it off the boards. That hits the referee. Palmer now on the point. He throws it into the corner. Behind the net it goes, and Serrani skates around and he reverses it. Tries to keep it, get it out of the zone. They just keep it in once again. The referee doing his best to be a pole and get in the way tonight. Now it comes back out. Over to the far side. Palmer now. He tries to move in. Center that one. And they turn it off into the corner. Westover now tries to get the backhand out. And it comes back out to the D. Mulville and Chavez grab it. Now this time, Westover's able to fire it down onto the net. The goaltender covers that one off. Now, Mulville tries to overskate that one slightly. Now to Neil Rodrigo, who has a couple of guys surrounding him. Now they take a look. Sparling tries to come away with it. Comes back up, Westover, throws it off the boards. Now we got a 2-on-2. McDonald fires one. That goes off a shin pad. And we'll have a face-off inside, deep in the North Stars zone. Now the North Stars try and set things up. McDonald and Mulville on it. Now they come away with it. North Stars try and get it up the zone. Shen. And we got a high stick. So we'll do it all over again. Comes back out. Shen grabs it again. This time fires it off the boards. Beyond it. Gets it around McDonald. Now they skate into it. This time it comes back out. McDonald can't corral that one. And now they bounce it off the boards. This time they go far side. Back up. That goes off McDonald's skate. And then they skate into it. He's able to briefly stop it up. Now they come back around once again. So McDonald's going to go off for head contact. Serrani hits the linesman this time, or that pole down in the corner, not sure what it was. And they get it back and rifle it down the length of the ice. Now they try and get back around everybody. Palmer, he gains the zone, but then they create another turnover and fire at the length of the ice. Malial opens up the ice. They gain the zone, dump it in past Serrani. Westover skates back into it. Now they try and corral it. Center it out in front. and Sereni just falls on it. Tries to kill a little bit of time, and then Westover grabs it. Westover, he gets hauled down. So, gonna have a little 4-on-4 action as we got a tripping call. So McDonald will be out in 1:04. The North Stars will be shorthanded for at least 56 seconds or less. Sells and Crocker on the draw. Sells wins it back to Shen. Into Sells. He has it on the half wall. Finds the far side. He's got St. John. Dumps it around the boards. Sells skates into it now. Sells looks to set things up. Eludes a couple of guys and he curls back. Into the middle. He's got Foster. Foster tries the centering pass. Now Sells leaves it for Foster. Foster curls back. Couple of guys on him. Now it comes back around the other side. Crocker grabs it, tries to throw it up the middle of the ice. They briefly control that. Now we got an injured player on the ice. St. John looks like he got slashed in the arm. .350 remaining in the period. 14 seconds to McDonald's penalty. St. John gets up under zone strength. He shakes that one off. And now the face-off is going to be deep in the Duffield zone. They try and win it, tie their man up. Now they get it out of the zone. North Stars throw that one back in. Now Scoleri tries to grab it. North Stars dump it back in once again. McDonald's out. Now they come back the other side. Now McDonald, he's got a little bit of space. Cuts back up. He gains the zone briefly. Now they try and get it in. Now McDonald takes a look. He's got some space. Far side for Sells. Sells just out of the reach of McDonald. A great attempt there. Now he turns in, gets it back. Now it comes back. Foster finds the back of the net. Scoleri had his head up as he got fed the puck from McDonald. He was looking for one of them, and he was able to find Riley Foster, who was just above the hash marks. He picked it up, and he threw it just over the pad and under the blocker. Power play goal. 2:59 remaining. That ties it up at 2. Now Zadra. Now we got Tennille Rodrigo with it. He eludes a handful of guys. It rolls off his stick, and then Zadra throws it back out. Now Shen headmans it for Cohen, but just out of his reach. But the North Stars tried to clear it, and it went right to Luca. Luca now comes back, hits Sereni. Sereni now tries to push it forward, but there was a couple of North Stars on him trying to cause confusion with a hard forecheck. Now they send it back down. Sereni comes up the middle of the ice. He's got a little daylight. He finds Tennille Rodrigo back into Sereni. Sereni now throws it back. Harris Peru is able to keep it in. Sereni finds Tennille Rodrigo. He spins. Oh, he tried to hit Cohen. You know what? They were thinking it was right there. It was close. A great attempt by both those players. Now it comes back on the wall. Shot just wide. 1:47 remaining in the period. Now Serenity pushes his man out of the way. Cohen comes in to help out. Now they bounce it back around. On the wall, Cohen chips it forward. Mansfield tried to help out. Just unable to get it out of the zone. A spinning shot there by the North Stars. Sparling just wide of the net. Now it comes tipped out down the ice. Mansfield with a quick stick. Causing confusion, tries to push it forward. Now Yondick pushes it around. Sells grabs it. Has it roll off his stick. Now they go to the far side. They try and get around Serrani. He stops them short. Now they get the far side. Sells now gains the zone. Sells, fires a low shot, and the goaltender covers that one up quickly. Now Sells gets it back, throws it back into Scoleri. Scoleri off the boards to Sells. Sells throws it back in deep. Gets Foster. Foster tries to rub his man out. Now they come back the other side. They're trying to get it past everybody, but Scoleri picks it up once again. Just gets out of the zone. Now the North Stars come away with it. They throw it in deep. Westover with a backhander up to Foster. They try and chip it past the D. Now it comes to Sells. Sells into Scoleri. Scoleri, spinning shot off the helmet of the goalkeeper. Sells tried to get it back out in front. The North Stars out to center ice as they knew the clock was coming and ticking down to 0. So they're able to skate into the third, all knotted up at 2 here. 15 minutes of stop time action coming your way here. Both these teams getting a top 2. From the coaches, I'm sure they're looking for them to play with that same urgency and fast tempo that we're used to seeing from both these teams. Luca, Lansfield, and Oosterhuis. Serrani and Shen on the point start us off in the third period. Now they come back, it splits the D. The North Stars D goes back, reverses course behind the net. Then he comes back the other side. Oosterhuis in there with an aggressive forecheck, trying to cause confusion. Now they create a turnover. Luca leaves it for Oosterhuis. He tries to fire one. They block that. You know these North Stars are going to block everything now. They've been doing it all game. Now Oosterhuis over to Shen. Shen comes up to the blue line, into the zone. Takes a look, reverses it back in behind the net. Oosterhuis tries to get it, but they chip it past him into a soft open area of the ice. Now they come back. Shen hits Lansfield. Just bounces off his stick at the blue line. Now they try and come back the other side. Serrani in there. Now it comes back out. Up the boards, McDonald to Lansfield. Now they get it around one. Comes back over to Oosterhuis. They try and push it off him, but it goes off his shin pad. Now they come back out. Can't get it deep in the zone, and that's going to be an icing as they did not gain the red line. Back on the wall. They try and push it forward. Westover grabs it. Tries to chip it up a couple of ways till Sunday. And that hits something, and then it bounces, and the referee blows the whistle. McDonald wins it back. Might have been the first one tonight. Now we got a 2-on-1 developing. Tenio Rodrigo just whistles one wide of the net. Now they try and chip it past Harris Peru. Cohen on the back check. Tenio Rodrigo tries to get it around a couple. Tenio Rodrigo over to McDonald, just rolls off his stick. Now they try and come back in. McDonald corrals it, gets around a couple. Now he comes back, takes a look, throws it over to Westover. Back in and around the boards it goes. In behind the net, Cohen and Tenio Rodrigo try and get it. Tenio Rodrigo lost the stick as it got caught in the boards. Now they just chip it around Shen. And Serrani goes for it. He tries to chip it past Crocker. McDonald's in there with Crocker. Now it comes back out. Cohen. Now it comes back up. Now they come back once again. Serrani grabs it. He fires it out to center ice. They're able to get the shot off, but Harris Peru grabs that before it hits the net. Now they set it up. Scoleri tries to headman it. Now Foster skates into it. Sells knocks that one down with an active quick stick in the far zone. Now they reverse it once again and come out the left wing side and then throw it all the way across the ice. Serrani with one man back pushes Natoli to the outside. Then it comes back to Shen. Shen tries to chip it up. Now Sells grabs it. Sells sees a little bit of space. Sells gets around one or two guys through the middle. Tries to come back in behind the net. Takes a look, and he fires one just wide of the net. Serrani throws it in deep. Now they force it back around the other side. They chip it past Shen. 2-on-1 developing, but Foster's coming back. And Beta covers it up with 11:09 remaining in the period. A 2-2 game. Luca Sparling on the draw. North Stars win the draw, back to the point, fired just a foot or two higher than the net. Now it comes back out into the middle, and just over the net once again. Now they're in behind. They center it back out, and another big save by Beta. Now they try and push it forward. Luca and Harris Peru are in there, a couple of North Stars. A battle ensuing. Now it comes back around. Westover grabs it. Westover throws it up to Oosterhuis, just unable to get it. Now they're able to get it out of the zone. Oosterhuis to Lansfield. Now Lansfield, a little bit of daylight. He fires one, and that goes off the shaft of the goalie's stick, just wide of the net. Now it comes back around. A 3-on-2 developing here. And they go for a change. Harris Peru goes back for it, just overskates the puck. Now Chavez is back there, using his big body to shield it. Now Oosterhuis, he now in front of the net. Harris Peru to Westover, and he simply fires it down. That's going to negate the icing as it touched something. Now they get it out. Now they find the red line and dump it in deep. Serrani up to Cohen. Cohen hits Tenio Rodrigo. He skates into it. Tenio Rodrigo tries to push it forward. Now they come back around. Shen, he keeps it in. Shen, with a couple of guys on him. Now they come up the middle of the ice. Serrani chips it off the boards. McDonald can't control that one. Now it comes back. Now come back in. McDonald fires one. That goes off a shin pad or something. And then it comes back out. Splits the D and back down the ice. Sereni now. Over to Shen. Now he hits Cohen. Cohen fires one. He gets pushed down. It comes back the other side. They try and come back out of the zone. They use the edges in the corner and push it around to the far side. Now Shen's in there, taking care of his man, and Sells. Sells now. He stumbles. Cohen just gets it out of the zone so they can get off the ice. They make the change. Natoli, a huge save there by Beta. Once again, a bouncing puck and it comes out. Scoleri, Foster, and Sells on a 3-on-2. We get it back to Sells. And he finds the back of the net. Glove side with 8:08 remaining. Gregory Sells just above the pad and below the glove. Scoleri and Foster. The three of them went down and created some confusion, and they were able to get it to Sells and give him a little bit of time to get a shot off. Now, Westover with a couple of guys coming back on him. Gets in behind the net. He reverses course. Scoleri. Scoleri tries to chip it up. Just unable to get it up. A bouncing puck, dangerous there. Crocker had a chance. Now it comes out. Sells is able to grab it. Sells gains the zone. Just rolls off his stick, but then he skates back into it. Leaves it for Foster in the corner. Foster now with one man on him. And then Scoleri covered off the wall briefly. They're able to keep it in the zone. Now it comes back down the other side. Yeah, we got 7:05 remaining, a 3-2 tight checking affair. Face-off's gonna be to the left of the goalkeeper. Luca leans in on the draw. The North Stars, Sparling wins it back. Now they come back the other side. Oosterhuis holds it in, tries to chip it around his man, goes into the corner, he gets pinned against the wall. Now the North Stars try and fire it out, but it hits a stanchion and bounces out to Sereni. He just throws it back into the corner. Now it comes back and Luca's in behind the net. Lansfield's in a battle in front with Sparling. Now the North Stars come away with it. They try and chip it around Sereni. An odd man rush developing, and Shen kicks that one out. And then Sereni fires it out just inside the blue line. Once again, they gain the zone. Now Sereni throws it back in. Now they try and chip it up the wall. Westover, he grabs it. He hits Sereni. Sereni now. He goes far side, tries to thread the needle. Just misses a couple of guys. Now McDonald, he turns and fires it in deep. They try and come back out, and it just gets out of the zone. Harris Peru over to Westover. Westover off the boards. McDonald chips it back in deep. Tennille Rodrigo gives chase. He tries to flush them out. Cohen's in there to help out. Now they chip it up. McDonald once again throws it back in. Now they try and come back around. McDonald and Tennille Rodrigo are in there. McDonald somehow comes away with it. He throws it back into the corner. Now Cohen goes back for it. He stops up and tries to grab his man. They throw it off the wall to Natali. Now he throws it up. Tennille Rodrigo. Tennille Rodrigo in behind. Takes a look. Gets it up to Cohen. Cohen now into McDonald. McDonald now. Just comes in. He fires a low shot off the goalkeeper. And then they North Stars send it back out to Harris Peru. Intercepted there by Natoli, but then Scoleri, he causes a turnover. Foster skates into it. Scoleri gets it. Now Scoleri tries to find Foster and the one-timer, and he just whistles it wide. Serrani fires one low, and they kick that out to center ice. Shen just throws it back in deep. North Stars come back around. They gain the red line and fire it in deep. Serrani and Krill are in there. Now they try and come back out. Into the center. Unable to get a clean shot off there. And it rolls back out, and Serrani gets it up to Scoleri. Scoleri now drives wide. He throws one off the back wall. Foster goes down. And the referee makes a call. Actually, Sells has it. Sells fires one. That went off something. And the referee calls the North Stars for, I believe it might be boarding. Boarding, body contact, not really sure what it is. Duffield calls a timeout with 3 and change left in the game and a 2-minute power play. The aggressive forechecking of the North Stars on the penalty kill is something to watch tonight, as both their goals have been when they've been shorthanded. So they're going to want to keep an eye on that, as they are extremely aggressive. Move the puck around. Try and find an open man and get that shot off. Face-off's going to be to the left of the goalkeeper. Sells. Wins it back to Serrani. Back into Sells. Sells on the half wall. Finds Shen. And he finds the back of the net. Sean Shen. Maybe, maybe not. Referee says no goal. Face-off is outside. We thought he scored, but the net might have got knocked off its moorings. Now they control it again. This time they come back in. Now Sells just wide of the net. It comes back around. They grab it. Now Serrani looks to settle up. Serrani settles it down in behind the net. Sells skates into it. Sells now. Leaves it for Scoleri. Scoleri up to Shen. Shen now. Tries to feed it over to Foster. And the North Stars corral it and fire at the length of the ice. 3:10 remaining in the game. 1:13 in the period. Sells gets around one. Finds the second one around. And then he fires a low shot just wide of the net. Foster now on the half wall. He's pinned up there, and Sells comes away with it. Shen and Serrani are able to hold it in, and it comes out of the zone. Now, a miscommunication there. Foster was going off. Now it comes back out. Luca grabs it. Matthew Luca circles, fires a high one. That one hits Scoleri in front. Then the North Stars are trying to get it out of the zone. Scoleri uses his speed, creates another turnover, gets it back to Serrani. Serrani back to Scoleri, just past him. They can't get it past Scoleri. Now Serrani, he pinches in to try and hold it. They fire it around to the far side. Oosterhuis stops his man just outside the blue line. Oosterhuis leaves it for Luca. Luca gets around one. He hits Serrani, and Serrani second time the net's come off its moorings. 1:56 remaining. The North Stars have killed the penalty. Bit of a scramble draw there, and then it comes back out. Cohen almost got it. Now they send it up. Westover. Westover. Just about hit Cohen. Now they come back to the other side. They throw it in deep. Off the netting. Harris Peru throws it around. Cohen tries to get it out. Now comes to the other side. This time, Tenio Rodrigo. Tenio Rodrigo hits Cohen. Cohen now. And we got no offside there as they were jumping and diving and juking and doing everything they could. 1:17 remaining in the game. North Stars call a timeout this time in this one-goal battle. Both teams will be getting their final instructions with 1:13 remaining. And it'll all start with the face-off. If we win it, do this, and if we lose it, do that. I'm sure that's what the coaches are saying. And then it's going to be pressure. See what these two teams have in store for us. A tight checking affair tonight. Face off to the right of the goalie. Sells leans in. On the wall. They're happy to hold it there all night. Now Scoleri. Scoleri. He tries to settle it back down. Now they try and get it out. Westover grabs it. Westover fires it back in. 55 seconds remaining in the game. The North Stars can't get out of their zone. Foster on the forecheck with Scoleri. Now the puck kind of pops out, and they come away with it. This time, they gain the zone, but then it comes back out. Sells, he's got an open net, and he buries it to make it 4-2. The goaltender came out for the change. There was a turnover at the blue line. He was in no man's land, and Sells was able to get out to the outside and make it an extremely tall task to skate back into the net and stop that. 32.5 seconds remaining. Duffield out to a 4-2 lead. Now the North Stars try and push it forward. Westover and his man go in for it. Then it comes back in behind the net. Sells grabs it. Sells chips it up high. Can't get it past Kayla. Now it comes back out. Scoleri runs into a brick wall at the blue line. Now they get it out of the zone. Sells over the red line, and he just fires it in deep. The buzzer sounds, and Duffield comes away with a 4-2 victory on this Tuesday night here at Tompkin Arena, the home of the North Stars. A great battle between these two teams. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. Until next time, good morning, good evening, good night. Elvis has left the building.